Alrighty, I was doing a part for a spot welder, the shaft that the tips go into, and I forgot to press record, so I've gotten a little ahead of myself here, so I'll have to explain what I've done so far. First off, we started with a piece of 5/8 by 3-inch solid copper. Faced off both ends, punched in pilot hole halfway through so the drill doesn't wander, switched it over, got it back into center again within a half a thou, punched the rest of the thing through, then got a 5/16 bit and punched all the way through, and then went to a series of bits to build up lands inside for a Morse taper. The first bit being a 3/8 bit going in 16 mil. The second bit is a 1332 bit going in 12 mil. And then a 7/16 bit going in 8 mil. And finally a 15/32 bit going in 4 mil. And that leaves you with a bunch of lands. I'll see if I can get a close-up here. It should be visible, and the lands act as a purpose to lock in the Morse tapered tips and prevent water leakage from the water cooling. Okay, time to mount up again and get back at her. I did it again. Okay, what I did after that was face off the burr a little bit. The drill bit's creating a backwards burr on this face. Put a 5-degree taper on here and rounded out this corner so there's no sharpness to get cut on. Now I've got to flip it over. Now that's the kind of burr that the drill's put on. I'll have to face that off again. On this end we're putting in a 1/2 inch by 13 NC thread. which the hole required for a 1/2 inch 13 is a 27/32 bit. Which I'm taking to a depth of 25 mil, just so I've got enough thread space in there without having to use a bottoming tap, because I don't happen to have one of them kicking around. I don't like sharp edges because I know damn well I'm going to cut myself for sure. I do this just to get it started so it goes in straight. And copper being soft, it has to have the chips broken quite frequently. I'm going to turn off here and finish getting it in there and then come back. Okay, I've punched it in 3/4 of an inch. I know some of you are probably thinking, wouldn't it have been easier to put it in a vise? And yeah, the positioning is a lot greater benefit in a vise, but again, copper being soft, it tends to just spin in a vise, whereas a 4 jaws will grip it a lot better, and even then it does tend to spin a bit. As you see, it's been turning. At least I think you can see. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see. That's been spinning in the vise, or in the chuck. So that is why I did it that way. But those slip marks clean out quite easily. And we go to center it for our final chapter here. Now, originally they have a land on them for a wrench, but I found that the idiots at work for the place I'm doing this for have a tendency of reefing things down way too tight and mushrooming stuff and just ruining things, which is why I'm rebuilding them anyway, because we can't source them out, or at least the source that we have isn't going to be building them for another 6 weeks, and we need the spot welder up and running. So I took the incentive to I'll just knurl it, that way you can hand tighten it just to snug, because it snugs into a rubber washer that stops it from leaking that end anyway, so there's no need for a wrench land. And that's the done deal. Hope it helped. Bye. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, these are the Morse tapered tips. And they fit in and grab a land. And basically it's just a slight tap and that's leak proof. Hard to get out too. Thanks again. Bye now.